your girl Dionne from My Simple Life. My face has already been washed and moisturized, so the next thing I do is use my Clinique moisture spray because my skin is super dry, so I have to have as much moisture as I can. And then I just rub that all over. Next thing I do is go into my face primer, which I use the Milk Makeup Blur Stick. I love this stuff. Alright, as I continue to rub in my blur stick, I just want to put a disclaimer out here. I am not a professional makeup artist. I do makeup for myself and sometimes my family, but I'm not a professional. I do makeup my way. Things are always not done properly or in the right technique, but it works for me. All right, next I will use my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer because you need primer so your eyeshadow can stick and last all day. Definitely need to use eye primer when you're putting on eyeshadow. Next, I just put on a little chapstick to moisten up my lips. Chapstick ain't never hurt nobody, or any other lip stuff I have around. Next thing I do is I take my MAC Quad and put in my transition color in my crease. Just a little wiper motion there, back and forth, just to have the eyeshadows come together a little better by putting it in your crease. Also, I have hooded eyelids, so you'll see a lot of, well, the line in my eye, and also his age as well. Now I'm just speeding it up here because, I'm pretty sure you get the gist of it. Just go back and forth, just blend it out. You put the transition color in your crease so that the colors will blend out better once you add your lid color. So yeah, just keep on blending it out. The eyeshadow I chose to use today was the Lauralee Los Angeles Nudie Patootie palette. And there's the colors I use. Everything that I use will be in the description box below. And I am taking a Sigma brush and just patting that color onto my eyelids, and you do have to do that a few times. This eyeshadow is really pigmented, but because it's a shimmer type color, you just have to do it a little more, but it's all good. And here I'm just speeding up for you because I'm pretty sure you get the gist of doing it. I'm going back in with the Nudie Patootie palette again with a different color, just to darken up the crease just a little bit, to give it a little bit more dimension, so it can be a little deeper. That's all. Speeding it up here so you can see the gist of it. All right, again back into the palette, and this time I'm just taking a lighter shade just to blend out the colors that I already put in, so that there's no harsh lines. So it just blends seamlessly, so it looks like you blended all the colors together. All right, next I am putting on my eyeliner with a eyeliner brush. And the eyeliner that I'm using is pretty Vulgar ink. It's a gel liner, so. Alright, just keep on drawing. Now keep on putting it on. Now I do little small strokes, so that I can have better control of it. Small strokes, and then just keep doing it thicker, from the middle to the outer, and then thinner from the inner to the middle. Time for lashes. These lashes are actually $1. I got them from shopmissa.com. They are the Scarlette lashes, and I use the duo glue. Now, when you put the lashes on, the glue looks white. Don't worry, the glue does dry clear. It goes on white, but it dries clear, so there's no lines or any residue or anything like that. So just put them on, and here I am just I guess you want to say smashing, smushing, whatever, my real lashes with the falsies. All right, this eye gave me just a sort of a smidgen. I just didn't put enough glue on the end there, but I mean, not really an issue. It's just it could have been a little bit more cleaner, but it's all good. Now, if anybody wants me to do a up close eyelash tutorial step by step on how to put it on from beginning to end, I'll definitely do that. Just let me know in the comments. Same thing with eyebrows when I get to that. Again, because I have extremely dry skin, before I put on foundation, I have to use my e.l.f. booster drops. That is really, really, really moisturizing, and it helps to keep my skin from cracking and flaking and all that stuff, because my skin is out of control, y'all. As far as the dryness, out of control. My foundation of choice today is the Kat Von D Lock-It Foundation. My color is Deep 71 Warm. So if you're my color, or close to my color, that color works out really well. Now, when you are putting on foundation, now see, when you put it on, it looks like it may not be, you know, your color. It looks like it's off. You know, you're like, this isn't my color. And see, some people, they put on foundation, they see that it's not really their skin color, so they get discouraged, and then they don't want to do it, and they take it off and get frustrated, things like that. But when you put on foundation, it's not going to be your exact match right away. See, you have to put it on, blend it out, and give it some time as you're putting it on to oxidize, so that it can become your skin color and melt right into your skin, and then it'll just it'll work out. You just have to give it some time to oxidize. So that's all. But it will become your color. It doesn't stay crazy looking the entire time. And then also the brush that I used to put it on was the Sigma 3D Kabuki. And after I blend it all out with that, I take my beauty blender and just blend out any of the harsh lines that's left behind from using a brush. And now, after I blend out the foundation, I put on the Kat Von D Lock-It concealer, just on those moles and a little bit of skin issues that I have. Basically, that's all it is moles, because, you know, again, I'm older and moles do run in the family. So I just try to cover them up a little, but you know, you can't really cover up moles because they're just too deep. It's just, they're too deep, but I try to do a little something just to cover it up as much as I can. So I take the concealer and I just blend that out a bit and just let it go, and then you just wait for that. Also, you want to give that a little bit of time just to dry after you put it on. Now it is time to set your face. So for that, I take the Laura Mercier translucent powder in Deep. You just want to take a little bit of the powder and just to set it so that, you know, it mats it out a little bit. It doesn't have to be complete full-on matte, but it just sets it in place. And then after that, you want to do your under eye area. And so for that, I use the Tarte Shape Tape. And this is just a concealer for under your eyes that just helps to minimize the lines and bags under your eyes. Now, you know, if you have really deep lines and bags, you know, you can only but do so much without wearing a shit ton of makeup, which I will not do. So for me, if imperfections do show through, that's okay for me. But anyway, and yes, I'm just, you know, dancing to I believe I was dancing to The Greatest Showman soundtrack. Yes, I said it, The Greatest Showman. That movie is my movie. Love that movie. It never gets old. All right, and then after you do that, you want to set your under eye with some powder. And today I am using the Sasha Buttercup powder. And I really like that one. That one sets it nicely. Not too much of a brightening effect, but it sets it. I mean, you know, it does brighten, but for a real good brightening, I like to use the Kat Von D under eye setting powder, the brightening one in peach. Love that one. All right, now it's time for eyebrows. I use the Benefit Goof Proof brow pencil. First, you want to just use the spoolie to brush your brows up. And for me, there is no real special technique for eyebrows. I don't draw an outline first like a lot of people. What I do is I use what my mama gave me. Whatever hairs that are there, I just attenuate off of that and just use those hairs and fill them in a little bit more. And, you know, one side is a little bit more hairier than the other side, so it may tend to look a little off. But like they always say, your eyebrows are sisters, not twins. So there you have it. But yeah, you just do little strokes and then just keep filling it in until you're happy with the way it looks. And apparently I'm happy with that right about there. Now it's time to clean up your eyebrows. Now that they're done, you just want to take some sort of concealer and just clean up under the brows. It'll make it look so much more neater. It takes away any imperfections you did as you were doing your eyebrows. Like if you had a crooked line or the line just didn't appear as good as you wanted to, you just put some concealer around it and just smooth it out, and it'll look so much smoother for you. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one and do the other one off camera. And for this, I take just a regular I believe, I'm not even sure what type of brush that is right now, but it is from BH Cosmetics and I love it. Oh, it's actually a concealer brush. So I went ahead and just used that to smooth out that concealer under my eye, and I also use my finger to just smooth it out a little bit more. And as you see, there's like a little bit of a halo type effect under my eyebrow and above it, so you can use that actually as your brow bone highlight if you wanted to. And do you see how by doing that it makes it look a lot more cleaner? Now I'm taking my Sedona lace brush just to wipe away all that setting powder that I put under my eyes when I was baking. That just wipes away all the brush, all the powder that was sitting under your eye. Back with the Nudie Patootie palette, using the same color that I put on my eyelid. I'm taking some of that and I'm just putting it underneath my lash line just to bring out the under eye area a bit. So again, just taking that same color that I put on my eyelid and just bringing it down to underneath my lash line. I'm taking the Kat Von D lash liner and going to put some eyeliner in my waterline here. This is a really dark black eyeliner, and I really love it. I love it a lot. Going in with my Makeup Geek contour and half-hearted contour for my cheeks. Now, I do contour my nose and jawline a lot of times, but this particular day I did not do that because, as I stated in the beginning of the video, I am just running out to go to the post office and do some errands and Christmas shopping, things like that. So I didn't need to look full on glam. I just, you know, put on enough just to get by. So this could be a everyday beat if I wanted it to be, because it's not a lot of makeup, but I have a different makeup look for my everyday when I really just run out and don't want anything special. I have a different one, which I will be doing a video on my everyday makeup look also. So stay tuned for that. That's coming soon as well. So yeah, I'm just contouring my jaws and my jawline down there and the forehead. After that, I move right into the blush, and I was saying to you all that Tarte Natural Beauty, that is my favorite blush in the world. And as you can see, I love it a lot because I've hit pan, and I use it like almost every day for every single makeup look. You're going to see me use it. Although I have a drawer full of blushes, but I just love that one. I don't know. I mean, I use other ones, but I just really love the Natural Beauty one. It's, I don't know, it just gives you like a natural little flush. You know, that's what you're looking for, a flush. All right, now I'm going into a highlight, which is the Smashbox highlight that I use. I can't exactly say the name of that highlight, but it was there on the bottom. So that's what I use to highlight the top of my cheekbones. And I use my Sedona lace brush to do that. And for highlight, I don't use a shit ton of highlight, only because I have textured skin, you know, with those moles like I was talking about. So, you know, and when you do too much highlight, that tends to bring out the moles more. So I love highlight, and I have a lot of highlights. So I do use it, but I don't try not to use it too much because it'll show up on those moles more. But again, I do my makeup so that it looks good to me, and so that I don't look crazy out in those streets. And now I'm just taking some more of that ink liner, and I'm drawing a little wing here, just to make it look a little bit, you know, more smoother. So I'm just drawing a little wing there on both sides. So I just take a line and then draw it across, connect it. Again, like I stated earlier, if you all want me to do an in-depth video on how I do my wing liner, I'll definitely do that. Again, everyone does things differently, so I'll show you if you'd like to see that. Now it's time for some mascara on the bottom lashes, and today I am using the Rocket by Maybelline on my bottom lashes. I really like this one. This one is the waterproof one. To me, the makeup is so much more, the makeup look is so much more complete when you add mascara to your bottom lashes. Lipstick of the day is the Patrick Star collaboration with MAC. This is from his spring line. If you don't know who Patrick Star is, look him up on YouTube. He is completely awesome, and I have all his makeup lines. I have mostly all collaborations or makeup lines by a lot of the YouTubers because I'm just proud of them, and I'm just happy that a lot of them have come a long way and they got their own makeup line. But you know, anyway, and then the last step in the whole makeup process would be to put everything together, hold everything together, which would be with the setting spray. And my favorite setting spray is Skindinavia. I love Skindinavia. Your makeup will be on all day. Thank you.